Good afternoon. Welcome to Greensboro, North Carolina, home of Carolina Aircraft. I'm George Johnson, the Bonanza Man, and today we're here to take a look at a very nice 1998 Bonanza B-36TC. This airplane is a bargain airplane at a bargain price. Let's take a look. 43 Victor has almost 1,600 hours total time. This engine also has 1,600 hours on it, which is right at TBO. The engine in this airplane is 1,600 hour TBO. The reason the engine has made it to TBO is because it's been flown by very experienced pilots. It has intercoolers, which keep the temperatures cooler. It has GAMI fuel injectors, and it has a graphic engine monitor. The wings on the Bonanza B-36TC are 4 feet longer than the A-36 Bonanza. The airplane also has more fuel capacity. It holds 102 gallons of usable fuel, giving it longer range and high altitude capability. 43 Victor has original paint and interior, but it is in excellent condition. Very nice paint, very nice interior. The airplane has had very good maintenance. It's been hangared, and you'll notice it also has the G&D Aero tinted window interpanes. This keeps the airplane cooler in the summertime and insulates it in the wintertime. It also makes the noise level better. If you take a look at the tail of 43 Victor, you won't notice any corrosion because the airplane is corrosion free. It's in very good condition. One thing that you might be able to see if you look very closely, this airplane has some light hail damage, and that's one of the reasons for a bargain price on this airplane. This airplane can be bought near wholesale because it does have light hail damage on the tail, on the control surfaces, a little bit on the top of the wings, and a little bit on the top of the fuselage. You can hardly see it, but it is there. And we're representing the airplane just the way it is. Just like the A-36 Bonanza, the B-36TC has the big double cargo doors in the back and a beautiful interior with club seating. Let's take a look. Look at the condition of the carpet, the seats, the sidewalls, the headliner. You notice this airplane is in really, really nice condition for the year model. With club seating, you have lots of leg room in the B-36TC. Also lots of headroom. I'm almost 6 feet tall, and you can see how much headroom I have. It's just a very comfortable airplane. And this airplane is in excellent condition, especially for an original interior. 2343 Victor has a nice instrument panel. You'll notice it's got everything you need to fly IFR. This airplane was flown by very experienced professional pilots, and it's very nicely equipped with a good storm scope, a good autopilot, and a good avionics stack. It even has a CD player. Let's take a look at the pilot's side of the instrument panel. Up at the top is our GPS annunciator to switch from nav to GPS. Over here we have the altitude and vertical speed pre-selector. We can select our altitude or the vertical speed, however much we want to climb or descend, and the airplane will automatically level off for you. Over here we have a true airspeed indicator. You simply set the temperature against your altitude, and it reads true airspeed in this little window. And then we have your artificial horizon, and you'll see your flight director comes up in there. It's equipped with a flight director, and here's your encoding altimeter. Over here we have your JPI EDM 700 graphic engine monitor, and this also has fuel flow. Then we have your electric turn coordinator. We have your King KCS 55A slaved HSI, and then we have your vertical speed indicator. On the bottom row we have your number 2 nav, and then we have your KN63 DME with nav 1 and nav 2 switching and DME hold. To the right of this we have a WX950 storm scope, and you you can see that we're getting some strikes there already. Now let's take a look at your avionics stack. At the top we have the King KMA24 audio panel with your 3-light marker beacons. Below this we have your number 1 comm. This is a King KY196A comm. Below this we have your King KLN94 GPS, and this is a color GPS, by the way. Below this we have your number 1 nav. This is a King KN53 nav. Below this we have your number 2 nav comm. This is a King KX155 digital nav comm. And then we have your King KT76C transponder. And finally your KFC150 autopilot flight director slaved HSI system. And as I mentioned before, this has altitude and vertical speed pre-select. To the right of the avionics stack we have a ground comm switch. You can turn on the ground comm switch without anything else being on, and it will turn on your number 1 nav comm to get ATIS and that sort of thing. To the right of this we have your PM3000 6-place intercom system. This is the engine air cooling gauge for your Spoilers Inc. intercooler for your engine. Below this we have an Avionics Innovations CD player, so your passengers can listen to a CD en route. Let's take a look at your pilot's control wheel. We have a mic button in the front, and then an autopilot disconnect button on the top. This is a control wheel steering button that puts a flight director in your artificial horizon. It will also allow you to temporarily override your autopilot. And here is your electric trim switch. In the center we have your control wheel clock, which doubles as a timer. And over here on the right hand side we have an ident button in front, and then a frequency transfer button at the top, which will transfer your frequency of your number 1 comm. And then we have a map light, outside air temperature gauge, and compass light that we can turn on right here, and the map light shows up in your lap. 43 Victor is equipped with a 98 cubic foot oxygen system built in, so that all your passengers can be on oxygen when you're flying at a high altitude. 43 Victor is equipped with rose and sun visors. It also has factory air conditioning. The airplane has dual brakes and lots of other neat equipment. If you want the best value in a newer model B-36TC on the market today, you've got to visit Carolina Aircraft in Greensboro, North Carolina and see 43 Victor. This airplane is a high-altitude B-36TC with 102 gallons of usable fuel. It has a King KFC150 autopilot flight director slaved HSI system with altitude and vertical speed pre-select. It has factory air conditioning. It has rose and sun visors, G&D tinted window interpanes. It has a full King avionics stack with a King KLN94 color GPS and much more equipment. This airplane only has 1,600 hours total time. The prop was overhauled in 2008, so you've got plenty of time left on the prop. The engine is approaching TBO, so you have a chance to use the engine for a little while the way it is during your training and get whatever engine that you want. You could get a turbo normalized replacement engine like some people are doing, or you could have this engine overhauled at a reasonable price, and we can help you do all that at Carolina Aircraft. Anyway, come visit us at Carolina Aircraft, Greensboro, North Carolina, or give us a call at 336-665-0300, and be sure to visit CarolinaAircraft.com to see this B-36TC and all of our other nice Bonanzas and Barons. Have a great day.